On the 5th of February 1983, some 25 members of the North Staffordshire Centre of the Caravan Club walked through the industrial heart of Stoke-on-Trent, starting from Westport Lake. Much of the walk was through formerly derelict areas. Two eager walkers, and now another one. Reclamation of derelict land began in Stoke-on-Trent in 1968. 2,000 acres of land representing 10% of the city's total acreage fell into this category. The bulk of dereliction was caused by two traditional North Staffordshire industries: coal mining, which left huge mounds of waste materials, and the extraction of clay to manufacture pottery, bricks and tiles, leaving dangerous water-filled marlholes. With the aid of central government grants, over 1,200 acres of derelict land comprising colliery spoil heaps, marlholes and disused railway lines have been reclaimed. An eager start, in spite of cold and windy weather. Here the walkers reached Longport. Within a few years of opening the canal, a group of potteries and potters' houses grew up along its bank. This settlement became known as Longport. Adjacent to the road is Price Brothers National Teapots, established in 1904. Anyone for a cuppa? High and dry for a coat of paint. Did you notice that little dockside crane? A pottery steam engine which ceased work very recently. Crank, connecting rod, crosshead, piston rod and cylinder. Shades of clay hanger. McGuinness's, once a small family scrapyard, now a small industry, employing several people to process scrap metal. The main feature is a scrap car processing plant. Cars are fed in at one end. The machine separates the different types of metals and cleans them. Copper and brass come out at one side, dirt and rubbish at another point, and the remainder of the metal, cleaned, broken into small pieces, is collected by lorries at another point. Rolls for structural steel sections. The once warm heart of the steam crane, now cold, silent and forlorn. This is Wedgwood's Etruria. Josiah was the first potter to take advantage of the canal. He moved his factory from Burslem to this site. Close by he built workers' cottages and his family mansion in what was then a parkland setting. His former residence, Etruria Hall, still survives. Too cold for a swim. In a few years' time, this ravaged area will be transformed to its former glory as a garden and exhibition centre. A little industrial archaeology. You may recognise a centrifugal pump driven by a steam turbine. Dock shed. Quiet. Men at work. The roundhouse is the last surviving remnant of Josiah Wedgwood's pottery. Formerly at Canal level, the roundhouse has sunk 10 feet due to mining subsidence. The summit of the Trent and Mersey, and the point at which it is joined by the picturesque Calden. Not anymore. A canal-side potter's millers. It houses an 1830 steam beam engine and may shortly become a waterways museum. The deep and magnificent Bedford Street locks, the only example of staircase locks in North Staffordshire. The Calden was built to carry limestone from the Calden quarries and coal from the Cheadle coalfield. It also acts as a feeder for the Trent and Mersey. Close to the centre of Hanley was a colliery known as Deep Pit. When it closed, a tremendous area of dereliction was left. Landscaping has transformed the area into what we know now as the Central Forest Park. The main features of the park are the now gently contoured and grassed spoil heaps and a lake enhanced by several species of wildfowl. From the top of the mounds can be seen the remains of several collieries, including Chatterley Whitfield, which once boasted the largest spoil heap in Europe. It was tough and cold at the top. A call of convenience, first used by Arnold Bennett and never cleaned out since. The Burslem section of the Potteries Greenway, once part of the heavily trafficked and late lamented loop line which ran from Stoke to Kidsgrove. The sad and rusty smoke box which once breathed smoke and steam. Copper-clad domes of the Church of the Sacred Heart. Derbyshire granite. Snapping Tunstall Park. Finished in 1930, Tunstall's Catholic Church, with its tall tower, is a striking landmark in the northern part of the Potteries. Past Summerbank School and into the allotments. A sagger maker knocking his bottom. Saggers, now used for garden walls. Down to the Harecastle Canal tunnels. The entrance to Brindley's Legging Tunnel, built at around 1770. Telford's Tunnel, built 50 years later and still in use. Tunnel Keeper's Cottage. Westport Lake Water Park. Port Vale football ground was once here, but ground subsidence made it into a depression, which was used as a borrow pit for water from the adjacent Marlhole and as a tip for Shraff. Now it has become a park where people can walk, sail, row, fish and study wildlife. It is hoped that you have enjoyed this walk and realised the progress that the city has made in land reclamation. There's still plenty of scope.